A very good morning to all my dear children. See, before coming to a fresh topic of today's class, let's have a recapitulation what we have dealt in our last classes. In our last classes, we have seen about majoritarianism in Sri Lanka. There we have seen what was majoritarianism. It was a kind of policy through which majority Sinhala speakers used to suppress the minorities Tamil speakers, disregarding their views, their wishes and their wills. And it was at all not giving a good message to the country, to the world. And that day only, that last class only, I said you that in this chapter, we have to go with two case studies. One of Sri Lanka and one of Belgium. Sri Lanka case, we all have seen what had happened and what was the result of that majoritarianism in Sri Lanka. There we have seen that Sri Lanka witnessed civil war. How bad it had given the bad result to the people of Sri Lanka. Even the people of Sri Lanka were forced to move as a refugees to another parts of the world. You imagine how terrorized it was when a people was not at all happy in their country. When people, out of the fear, they used to leave their country and go to somewhere else. How bad and how unfortunate it was. Now students, in today's class, we will look into another example, and that is none other than Belgium. And in that Belgium condition, we will see what steps were taken by Belgian government to overcome the problem of diversity, to overcome the problem of this majoritarianism, or to overcome the problem of this diverse population that could have been turned to hostility, or that could have been turned to a very aggressive. Let's have a model that Belgian government adopted in order to overcome all this scenario. Now see, first, whenever we are talking about Belgian model, we are talking about accommodation. What is accommodation? See, accommodation is a kind of settlement. Accommodation is a kind of settlement or a compromise. Understand this. Accommodation is a kind of settlement or a compromise that one do in order to make or in order to give the solution to the problem. Similarly, if we see the studies of both the country, you could see both the countries, Belgium and Sri Lanka, both the countries where democratically elected government was there. But in one country, majoritarianism was adopted, and in another country, accommodation was adopted. Now, what was the measures of accommodation in Belgium? Constitution was amended 4 times. इन्होंने क्या किया? 4 बारी कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन को अमेंड किया. मीन्स 4 बारी कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन में सुधार लाया गया. अब ठीक है, ये बहुत टाइम टेकिंग है. इमेजिन कि 4 बार कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन अमेंड हो रहा है. क्यों हो रहा था अमेंड? क्योंकि एक भी सेक्शन ऑफ सोसाइटी, फ्रेंच स्पीकर, डच स्पीकर और जर्मन स्पीकर अलग ना हो जाए, अपने आप को अलूफ ना समझे, इसलिए कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन को 4 बार बनाया गया ताकि एक एक पीपल अपने पावर को समझे और प्रॉपरली यूज कर सके. दूसरा, द नंबर ऑफ मिनिस्टर्स ऑफ डच एंड फ्रेंच स्पीकर्स was equal in central government. See, पहले एक बार देख लो, फिर we will discuss. The number of ministers of Dutch and French speakers should be equal in central government. Power of central government was taken and it was being given to the state government. Now, apart from the central and the state government, there was another kind of government. It was community government. Student, it is very important for your objective as well. Brussels had separate government. Now, why Brussels had the separate government? Because we know that the entire country's majority, it was in minority in Brussels. So now see, Constitution was being amended 4 times. Constitution बनाया गया so that each and every people, each and every communities feel connected to it. अब क्या होता है, वहां पे सेंट्रल गवर्नमेंट था, है वहां पे उन्होंने क्या किया, इक्वल नंबर ऑफ रिप्रेजेंटेटिव भेजा, मीन्स इक्वल नंबर ऑफ मिनिस्टर्स वेर देयर इन सेंट्रल गवर्नमेंट। अगर डच का नंबर ऑफ मिनिस्टर्स जितना है उतना ही सेंट्रल गवर्नमेंट में फ्रेंच का रिप्रेजेंटेटिव रहेगा, ताकि ये कॉन्फ्लिक्ट को कम किया जा सके। अब अपार्ट फ्रॉम सेंट्रल गवर्नमेंट स्टेट गवर्नमेंट भी था, जैसे हमारे इंडिया में है सेंट्रल गवर्नमेंट है, स्टेट गवर्नमेंट है, वैसे ही वहां पे क्या है, अब एक नया गवर्नमेंट फॉर्म हुआ स्टेट गवर्नमेंट, और सेंट्रल गवर्नमेंट ने अपने पावर को स्टेट गवर्नमेंट्स को दिया ताकि प्रॉपरली पावर शेयर हो सके और ईच एंड एवरी सेक्शन ऑफ सोसाइटी एंजॉय कर सके अपना फ्रीडम और अपना इक्वालिटी। नाउ अपार्ट फ्रॉम सेंट्रल एंड स्टेट गवर्नमेंट देयर वाज अ कम्युनिटी गवर्नमेंट। अब कम्युनिटी गवर्नमेंट क्या है? कम्युनिटी गवर्नमेंट वाज अ स्पेशल काइंड ऑफ गवर्नमेंट जिसका मेन मोटो था टू सेफगार्ड और टू प्रमोट द इंटरेस्ट ऑफ एजुकेशन, culture or language. Student, this is very important. What was the main aim of community government? The main aim of the community government was to safeguard the interest of education or language or culture of all the communities. It is necessarily not important that this community government belongs to only one community. No. It can be from either of the community. It can be either from French speaker or the Dutch speaker. It is not the matter of concern. But the main motto is to look after the culture, religion and language education of entire community. Now, apart from central and state, एक अलग और गवर्नमेंट देखोगे, ब्रसेल का जब मॉडल देखना है हम लोग को, तो ब्रसेल का एक अलग ही गवर्नमेंट था। और ब्रसेल का जो गवर्नमेंट था, whether it is majority or minority, that was not the matter. In Brussels, equal number of representatives, equal number of members would be there from both the communities. And this way we have seen it has done a tremendous work in order to share the power maximum with all the communities. And somehow we can see that although the accommodation in Belgium was somehow a complex matter, it was a complex work to do. Indeed, it could be Herculean task, but actually the work that has been done, it is like an ideal for the rest of the world. Imagine now two countries, Sri Lanka and Belgium. What we learned from Sri Lanka, it was not at all good. It was not at all ideal. It was not at all worthy. But what we have learned in Belgium also ethnic variation was there similarly as in Sri Lanka. But in Belgium power was shared and in Sri Lanka power was not shared. In Belgium the model that has been adopted was indeed time taking, but actually it has given power to all the communities and it was worth it, and all the country in the world idealized the model that has been adopted by Belgium. Now student, what we have learned from both the stories, it's a matter of concern for all. It is not like in CBSE NCERT class 10 chapter 1, these two stories has been given like this only. It is for sure. The stories that we have gone through, it has a deep message to each one of us. It is the message that is making us aware that what could have been done, what we should do in order to reduce the conflict. When we come around, so we will see in Sri Lanka as well as in Belgium. In both the countries' model, when you see, you could understand both the countries were a democratic country. Sri Lanka and Belgium. Both the country was a democratic country. But the model that has been adopted by Sri Lanka and Belgium was totally contradicting with each other. It is not at all same. At one side you could see majoritarianism, where majority and only majority was ruling, On the other side, you see delay, time, a lot of time was being wasted. Even constitution was amended 4 times, but at last harmony and peace was there in Belgium. In Sri Lanka, we have seen civil war, refugees, people died and many things, but in order, we have seen in Belgium, people did their best in order to avoid this conflict and civil war. In both the countries, we have seen differences was there. Both the countries, we have seen there were differences, n number of differences. But when you see the models adopted, it was quite different. In one way, we have seen Belgium, they did their best in order to overcome the challenge, in order to overcome the future war. But when the majoritarianism worked in Sri Lanka, it was at all not good. So this we have seen here from the stories of Belgium and from the stories of Sri Lanka. Now the students have a recapitulation what we have discussed in today's class. Today we have seen about the accommodation in Belgium. Now what is accommodation? Accommodation means a kind of settlement or a compromise that has been done in order to sort out the problem that is there. So we have seen that in Belgium it has been adopted, like accommodation had been adopted in order to overcome the problem, in order to overcome the challenge of ethnic variation. There we have seen what models, what steps were taken by Belgian government. Their constitution was being amended 4 times. We have seen about community government. We have seen about state government. We have seen how the power between the state and central government was being divided. And then we have seen the model of Brussels was unique. It was totally different. But both the representative of French and the Dutch speakers shall represent themselves equal in Brussels as well. Then we have seen what do we learn from both the stories. And that is totally up to us to understand what message Sri Lanka has given and what message Belgium has given. But when we see around both the stories, we could understand the Belgian model sound very good as compared to the dictator or as compared to majoritarianism adopted in Sri Lanka. Now student, whatever had been taught today, you will be getting the PDF. You will be getting the notes in the PDF form in the description box. Kindly go through that. It will be very helpful for you all. Thank you very much.